3SC News Update. Hello and welcome to SS Supply Chain News Hour. I am Allison Lee, bringing to you this week's industry highlights from the supply chain world. India has committed to achieving clean energy and a sustainable environment. It would produce 50% of the electricity from renewables by 2030, as stated by Prime Minister Modi in a G20 summit held in Indonesia recently. India would work towards meeting disruptions caused by climate changes and implement any strategies related to mitigating the impact of severe climatic changes. The statement was given by Prime Minister Modi to use renewables at the 27th United Nations Climate Change Conference, COP27, in Egypt, which laid emphasis on securing India's energy production and bringing more stability in procuring energy. The automotive sector was hit the hardest by supply chain disruptions due to shortages of components and key materials in the last 3 years. In response to the slump in the production of microchips seen during the pandemic, there will be a slight improvement in the microchip supplies and power control system, another important component of the automobile, in 2023. Another reason for the slow recovery of car makers is the rise in the popularity of electric vehicles. The EV sector requires twice the number of electric components, which would need time for production. Although the overall lead time for microprocessors and other electric components has improved still, the recovery of the automotive sector would take 3-5 years down the lane. Logistics stakeholders are looking out for alternatives to tackle last-mile logistics inefficiencies. The growing demand for on-time and instant delivery has led to the use of drone technology by logistics partners, as it would enable reducing operational costs and controlling vehicular emissions, and traffic bottlenecks would be overpowered. According to the World Economic Forum, WEF, daily around 85 million packages are delivered across the globe, which is the most time-consuming and comprises approximately 50% of the total logistics costs. To reduce such costs, drones have become successful in transforming the supply chain, and drone technology would further lead to a reduction in carbon emissions globally. Policymakers and analysts speculate that India would be able to handle production issues and become an indispensable partner to Western nations to diversify their supply chains. As the growth outlook in China has been expected to come down to 4.4% next year by the International Monetary Fund, many multinational companies have started shifting their production base to India. Big behemoths such as Google, Apple, and Samsung have started planning to shift their manufacturing capacities to India. With the growing volatile geopolitical situation in China and as a part of their risk management strategy, the companies see India as a potential hub to mitigate their production problems persisting in China. These were the news highlights for this week. We will meet you again with more updates next week.